Welcome to the 5th video in the Connecting the Dots Caregiver Education series. In this video, our caregiver and healthcare provider presenters will talk about navigating financial and legal issues. We hope this information helps support and guide you on your caregiving journey. The presenters are Rosemary Vale and Sherry Gilhula. Rosemary is a caregiver for her spouse who has dementia, and Sherry works at the Alzheimer's Society of Perth County.
Many caregivers find it difficult to understand legal issues such as privacy, consent, and financial matters.
What's more, legal matters in healthcare may also be different from one province to another. The section reviews some basic Ontario health-related legal matters, including financial matters and privacy and consent.
Many more details are in the Caregiver's Guide. You can use links at the end of the video to find it. It's important to note that the content of this video is for information and guidance only and should not be taken as legal advice.
Nearly 40% of caregivers have said caregiving had a negative impact on their finances. It can be difficult to find information on what help is available. We've got some suggestions to help get you started and a list of resources where you can learn more.
For instance, a number of benefits are available through employment insurance for caregivers who provide care to a person who is ill, injured, or needs end-of-life care.
You may be eligible to apply for tax credits related to caring for someone with a medical condition. At the federal level, this includes the Family Caregiver Tax Credit, as well as the Medical Expenses Tax Credit. To find out if you're eligible, speak to a representative from Service Canada, or you can go to the website at www.canada.ca for more information.
In Ontario, a number of credits and tax reductions might help provide some financial relief for caregivers. We encourage you to speak with your financial advisor or accountant to see if there are any credits you might be eligible for.
In addition to tax credits and government support for caregivers, there are additional financial and legal issues. You might need to spend some time researching them. These include tax planning, bank accounts and RRSPs, mortgages, rent and leases, wills and estates, life insurance, employee or retiree benefits, long-term and palliative care, and involuntary medical separation.
Within Ontario, there are a number of laws that make up health privacy rules. Understanding how they work can provide caregivers with the knowledge to improve their conversation with providers.
For example, in most situations, healthcare providers can only share information with a caregiver if their patient is willing and able to give consent. Consent may be given verbally or in writing. Once the patient gives consent, the caregiver can have access to the health information specified. This is important because consent is required for the caregiver to participate in discussions about patient's care.
There may be times when the caregiver has important information about the patient. The law does allow health information to be provided by someone else, but only if the patient consents. If a provider cannot get information from the patient directly, such as during an emergency, it's possible to get this information from the caregiver if it's needed to provide patient care.
It's important to note there are a few other legal and financial topics that you should be aware of in your caregiving journey. These include advanced care planning, substitute decision makers, and power of attorneys. They are covered in more detail in the Caregiver Guide, and you can download the guide at www.caregivershereonperth.ca.
Many of these topics will impact most caregivers at some point in their journey. This video is designed to help raise your awareness so you can start gathering information and learning at your own pace. It's easier when you have time to do it, not when you're under pressure and stressed. We hope you find the information, resources, and support you need to be successful. On behalf of the caregivers and the Connecting the Dots project, thank you.
Thank you for watching this video on navigating financial and legal issues. This series was co-designed by caregivers and healthcare providers like Rosemary and Sherry. The Connecting the Dots project is funded by the Change Foundation and is a partnership of 6 healthcare organizations and caregivers in Huron-Perth. We hope this information will help to make your journey easier and helps you feel more supported in your important role. Our next video will cover preparing for the future. Please take some time to watch them all.